Okay, I'm going to go ahead and start it up here. Welcome back, everyone. I'm on HIP 15823. I actually did pick up some of the better items. I picked up a bunch of phosphorus. Uh, we picked up phosphorus, chromium, which is a level 2. I've actually got some level 6 items, which are going to be nice when I get to a place I can drop them down to what I need. Picked up a bunch of iron, a little bit of nickel, a little bit of neodymium, several phosphorus, even some ruthenium, or have ruthenium, or however you say that one. Good amount of sulfur and some zincs. So that's going to help us out on getting some of the things I want to get. On the frame shift drives, I need the data from Jameson's, which I'm going to be showing you here shortly. That's my next destination. I'm going to pick up a bunch of that to downgrade to be able to get the things I need for the range. And then on the surface scanner side that I want, actually before we do that, uh, there's some limpet controller things you can do. Uh, you can lightweight them, and to get 45% less mass takes a phosphorus. Um, and then your collector limpets, lightweight, is the same thing, phosphorus. So, like I showed you in the earlier video, the lighter you are, the better, because of it will increase your jump range. So I'm going to go and get that stuff. Uh, Also, get my improved jump range, because I do carry a limpet controller just for ease of collecting resources. Um, and the surface scanner, it's going to be expanding the range. I haven't. I need germanium to go up on the range to 20%. I can do 10% right now because all that takes is mechanical scrap. So I'm already getting that one done. We're just going to get a little bit more stuff done so we can build the ship up just a little bit better for what I like for exploration. Uh, Also, while I was out running around, on our way out here, we got the invite from Elvira, which also does frame shift drives and shield generators. So I save her for the shield generators to boost their things, but she does a little bit more. I'll bring her up. Uh, on that app I was talking about, which is this right here. Um, Bring her up. Elvira. There's Felicity. Elvira. She does the thrusters, shield generators, frame shift drives. Uh, so that's basically what she does. So comparing her, that's why I generally just have her selected for uh, and she only goes up to 3 on shield generators, 2 on thrusters. So she's really not that great, but what you can do is pin her blueprint for like the increased range on the frameshift drive on her, because Felicity, on the other hand, does the frame shift to 5 also, and that's all she does to level 5. Her other things are 3s. So, but her, so, yeah, it might be better off just go ahead and put her, put Elvira for shields, or however you want to do it. But this is the application. This shows all, right now it's on data. I have pretty much very little data. This is all, these are from scanning ships in the resource extraction site highs. Materials now, I do have some better, I have some numbers on materials. It's going up there. I'm going to pull that off screen. My main account, you don't need to see who that is. But as you see on him, carbon and some other items that are full up is because you collect them low temp diamond mining. But only reason phosphorus is way down, I haven't been low temp diamond, and I did a bunch of upgrades on some ships. But sulfur's the same thing. On that stuff, for the data, I don't have a lot of data with him. I don't really go through that stuff much. But here's an idea, and like I said, I know somebody that's maxed out on everything. So it all depends on what your game style is. I generally just go and get materials when I need them for a build I'm trying to do, if I don't already have them on hand. So we'll get back on this. We are going to hit 12099 B1. We'll scan when we get there. And then I'm going to go to Jameson's. Not Jameson's, I'm sorry. This is, that is for Jameson's. I thought I wrote it down. I know I wrote it down. I'll find it, but the one for Dav's Hope is where I'm going to go after that, just to build up some more stuff and give you an idea about that. Here it is. Hades Sector DR-V C2-23, and it's A5. And I'll bring those up just like this. We're doing Jameson's first because Dav's is on the way from Jameson's towards Felicity. So that's my plan as of right now. I'll go ahead and pause it during the flight just to make it a little less monotonous for you folks. And real quick, just to make sure I don't forget to mention it, there is an unexplored planet on this system, but if you look at my inventory, galactic average on that meta alloy is 88,000 credits. So you don't want to stop and scan or dilly-dally around, because the NPCs will hijack you because you have that commodity in your vessel. Generally, when I'm out exploring, I don't like carrying anything other than like limpets in my cargo, and that's just so I can do the degraded emissions for materials or anything else that might pop up right outside of a sun. Other than that, I don't travel with stuff in my cargo unless I've gone mining or I need it for a engineer unlock or something like that. Elvira requires an item that you pick up from a system, I can't remember how many jumps away, that you have to bring to her. It's Elvira requires 3 units of Suntil relics, and it tells you right there where you can pick them up. But it's a little bit of a distance. And when I did it, I was intercepted at least 4 times on my main account. And this one I re-rolled for these videos. So something to keep in mind. If you run with no cargo in your hold, if you do get intercepted, it's no big deal. You can just throttle off. They'll scan you, see you have nothing, and let you go. They won't engage you. You don't have to fight them. And it's actually faster to do that than sometimes going over and over and over again, unless you're doing something like rep grinds. Then you actually have people chasing after you. And my next jump, I'll sit there. If I don't see anybody around, I might slowly go around the sun just to get some more fuel. I need to upgrade to an A. My B doesn't quite go fast enough. I'll see you when we get there. Alright, didn't know if you guys have seen them yet, but we have a fleet carrier in the system. I'm going to go ahead and go by it. If it lets me land, it lets me land, and you can see, take a look. Mainly I want to land, I'm hoping he's got cartography, the cartograph people, so I can get rid of some of the information I've got just in case something happens. But that is something they have to buy. So I was hoping that one of these would, because boy, we have a lot of them, one of these would actually tell me what they might have. But I'll do a quick surface scan, see if I can find, that's an asteroid. The nice thing is when you click on an asteroid, it will bring up a bunch of them. That's number 2. We need B1. And actually, that's not far enough away. B1 is going to be a distance. That's not that far, but let's see where this is. Is this B's? No, it's not. So we'll exit out of that one. Let's see what we can pull up here. It's too close. It's not going to be a B. Well, let's go ahead and finish up here. And I'll come back out and start looking around for that. And you guys don't need to sit there and watch me as I try to scan. Oh, beautiful. Fly instead of talk, and I wouldn't overshoot something. Actually, that's not what I need. B1 doesn't sound correct. Unless there's two systems. We'll see here in just a minute. When I land, I'll look at it again. Okay, so system map. Something's not right here. I'm going to have to sit there and look it up again because my notes must not be right. It might be that's hip 3. Can't be that. Yeah. Something's not adding up, but we'll go ahead and take a closer look at this guy. And we'll turn off the night vision to do it. He's got what I call the hammerhead front. Right here. There's the top side with all the landing pads. We'll go ahead and see about docking.
Access granted. Please proceed to your landing pad, Commander.
And see what we get.
Request confirmed. Assisted approach is underway.
And while it's doing its landing thing, I'll look up Jameson's again.
Landing complete. Hangar crew is ready. Welcome, Commander.
It says it's on planet 1B. So, that helps dramatically. Let's see what they have in the carrier services. They have cartography. Beautiful. That's going to save us. And if you look... Alright, where is it at? Here we go. I scanned one Earth-like world in that system on my way out. 1.2 million credits. So that's why I will always scan Earth-like worlds. So we got almost 3 million more credits. We darn near, actually we did. We doubled the amount of money we have on the account. We are now what I consider very safe from unexpected issues. So, if you haven't seen any of this stuff, there's a 10% tariff when you buy stuff here. So he's got that set pretty low. He's got the fuel discounted. And what he's liking is people to donate some tritium to him. That's how they jump in these ships. Here's the ship for you. He is buying low temperature diamonds and tritium. So chances are there's a low temp diamond hotspot in this area on one of these planets. So you can do advanced maintenance, which has a tariff on it, and outfitting, and the shipyard gives you a tariff. He doesn't have any stored ships, no available ships. So if you go into here and let's see what he has in stock. He's got a pretty good loadout on some stuff. So what would happen is all of this stuff is he'll sell at probably pretty close to he doesn't have my usual weapon loadout. No, he does multi-cannon. Yeah. And I don't remember prices very much. But 10% of this goes back to the ship, I believe is what the tariff implies. I can't remember positively. But he was nice enough to buy the cartographic section. So that helped me out considerably. So that's landing in someone's carrier. And if you are on a ship, ooh, I got Pathfinder in exploration. So that's a nice thing. That was just from selling the data. And what we can do now, since I reread that, with all these things, all these ships, how this came up as being close to me, I don't know. But we're going to 1B. That would be this planet right here, would be 1B. So instead of scanning this whole system, I'm just going to go there. And when I get close, I'll do a surface scan, and that will give me what I need. And I'll bring you back in when I get a surface scan. Actually, it's not all that far away, so I won't worry about doing that at this point. I don't think it'll take us all that long to get to that. Ooh, it looks like it might be a fairly long video. You've seen the landing and everything else. I'll go ahead and pause the video till I get on the ground and save it some time. I'll be back in a bit. Okay, back in here. This is the whole thing I was talking about. We are, of course, on a low gravity planet again, so you have to be real careful or you spin out like that. It's not on my chart. Lock it again. 200 meters away from the crash site. When I came out here with a Asp Explorer, I was a lot further away than that because I just could not get any closer. Uh, this is what I'm talking about, where it could be very beneficial to do this in a smaller ship, because if you just look at this ground, how uneven it is. And uneven ground makes it very difficult to land. And we got the log, and this will give you the full story of what's going on, what had happened, and everything else. So you can read that when you go and do this. But when we scanned that, we also picked up a I'm not sure which one it was. I'll tell you the truth. I missed it when it went. But we picked up some kind of a scan, I believe, data on it. But a lot of times if you hit something, if you just go and boost, you can jump it. And that the jump thing boost is the same as your boost in your ship. Same button you've got for that. Let me see if I can line up good enough. Sometimes I can, sometimes I can't. And we scan this one. Okay, not modified consumer firmware was the last one. Atypical encrypted archives was this one. Combat stabilizers, this marine equipment, those items are actual cargo. So you will run out of space. You only carry 2 on this. You'd have to go back to your ship, unload, and do it again. So not always the best thing on it. So far we picked up a decent amount of items that will, and they're all level 4s, 5s. So stuff we can drop down to get the ones we need. Like I said, we need atypical wakes, strange wake solutions, eccentric hyper something to be for the frame shift boost. So what I do, and I have heard this from several sources, it does not matter. If you exit to main menu and then go back in, you don't have to, you can go right back into the same type of server you were in before. It doesn't matter. All this will reset. You can rescan, and everything I've heard on it, it is not against the terms of service. So it's not like you have to keep coming back day after day after day to get a decent amount of these to be able to get your engineering built up. So basically what I do is I just go park right there and scan all 3 of these again, sign out, come back, and I'll sit there and do that, 10, 20 times at least. Adapted encryptive capture. That is a level 5 data on engineering. So that is something that will give you a lot of lower grade items. I don't think I need it for anything. I'm not sure what that one would be used for, but it'll be something. So all we'll do is keep doing this several more times. You don't need to sit here and watch me do that. And I'll go. Cracked industrial firmware is what I think somewhere. Doesn't matter. I'll just keep doing this, and I'll bring this back on when I go to the next location. Okay, I've sat there long enough. I've got 57 of the adapted encryptors capture. That's a level 5, and I have 72 of a level 4. That's going to be more than enough for what I need to do. That was after about, I don't know if I even hit 10 of them, but that's where I'm going to go ahead and call it for that one. Where I'm going to go next is Hades Sector DR-V C2-23. Right there. Now, if you look, this is where the other Elvira is. This over here is where Felicity is. This is the central bubble. This is where you started, is all this. So I could get to Elvira pretty quickly, but I still need to get that component for her to go. So after I do this, I am going to go towards Decat, but I'm going to find some material traders prior to that. We are looking at only 95.68 light years. It's going to be 3 jumps, real basic. But I'm going to go ahead and stop this one here, and I'll do my next one when I'm pulling into Jameson area, so I can show you that. Hope you enjoyed. Have a pleasant day. See you next time.